it's been accused of war crimes and human rights abuses, yet that has not stopped Sri Lanka from hosting the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting next week. The Secretary-General of the 53-nation-strong organisation, Kamakes Sharma, defended the decision, telling this programme the Commonwealth had made good progress in improving human rights in Sri Lanka. But the President of the Commonwealth Lawyers Association told us the meeting would never have gone ahead in Sri Lanka at all if the Secretary-General hadn't withheld crucial legal advice from foreign ministers. Our Foreign Affairs correspondent Jonathan Miller has this report.
Don't worry, it's not really them, but next week it will be. The Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary will be shaking hands with a president accused of the worst war crimes this century, of running a pariah regime where torture is rife and where there are more forced disappearances than in any other country bar Iraq.
So many civilians have been killed, and we need to raise this awareness to everyone around the world. They need to know what happened.
Mahinda Rajapaksa is about to host 50 world leaders at the prestigious Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, or CHOGM. Many fear he's getting away with murder and think the Commonwealth is complicit.
We're seeing deterioration now of the situation in Sri Lanka, so we need the UK government and all Commonwealth governments to say to the Sri Lankan government loud and clear, this is not acceptable, and the Commonwealth will not give serious human rights abuses by the Sri Lankan government their seal of approval.
2 weeks ago, David Cameron welcomed the Commonwealth Secretary-General, a former Indian diplomat called Kamakes Sharma, to number 10. The Prime Minister reaffirmed his support for the Commonwealth.
But it's important because we have shared values about standing up for democracy, for rights, for the rule of law. And
these shared values were set out in a royal charter signed by the Queen in the presence of Kamakes Sharma in March. The charter binds the group's 53 members to respect for democracy, human rights, good governance, freedom of expression and rule of law, including the independence of the judiciary. The trouble is, back in January, the Sri Lankan president fired his Chief Justice. Lawyers the world over cried foul. Kamakes Sharma commissioned independent advice on the legality of the impeachment from a prominent British QC, the former South African Chief Justice. Weeks later, 8 foreign ministers from a high-level committee tasked with monitoring members' compliance with Commonwealth values met here at Commonwealth HQ in London. The Commonwealth Secretary-General, however, failed to disclose to the foreign ministers in that meeting the conclusions of the independent legal opinions he himself had sought. It wasn't until afterwards that word leaked out that the advice from both eminent jurists was that the impeachment was unconstitutional, illegal, and in direct violation of Commonwealth values.
The Secretary-General of the Commonwealth had a high moral duty to disclose this, and the fact that he didn't means that the meeting of CHOGM is going ahead in Sri Lanka when it wouldn't otherwise have done so. The whole question would have been reopened based on the legal advice that the heads of the Sri Lankan government had behaved illegally.
Canada, a member of that committee, branded Kamakes Sharma's failure to disclose the legal advice scandalous. Its Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, is now boycotting the Sri Lanka summit. It's not just what's going on today, though. There has been no independent investigation into allegations of war crimes that have dogged the Sri Lankan regime since the end of its long civil war 4.5 years ago. Not a single person held to account for executions, rape, the mass killing of at least 40,000 civilians. Can I just ask you, do you think it's appropriate that Sri Lanka should be hosting the CHOGM? This programme has repeatedly sought an interview with Kamakes Sharma to ask him why he continues to insist on Sri Lanka's suitability as host for this summit. The Commonwealth Secretariat has been reluctant, it seems, to let what a spokesman called the Sri Lanka issue to overshadow their jamboree.